Hey guys, it's Dan, your host, Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for The Walking Dead, Daryl, Dixon, The Book of Carol, Season 2. We're going to be talking about the ratings for the first two episodes of Season 2. You guys wanted me to go ahead and give my thoughts, so let's break it down and talk about the future of the Daryl Dixon show. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, The Book of Carol Season 2. We're going to be doing another discussion video for today. We're going to be talking about the ratings for The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon Season 2 so far for the first two episodes, and why they are the lowest ratings we've seen in a while. So, I typically do not like making videos about ratings because, you know, it's kind of a wishy-washy subject, you know what I'm saying, because it's, you know, it's not fun to talk about. Sometimes the ratings are really high, sometimes the ratings are really low, but I got a lot of word from you guys saying, like, Dan, seriously, check out the ratings for these first two episodes, check these out, and, you know, a lot of people were showing some concern about them, so we're going to talk about them here and kind of give our thoughts on kind of what we think this means for the future of the Daryl Dixon show, the future of, you know, Dead City and the Walking Dead universe in general, because, I mean, here's the thing, right, is that some people may say, well, Dan, it's just numbers. People may say, oh, Dan, it's just, you know, ratings and it's just cable viewers. A lot of people have AMC Plus and a lot of people have this and all that stuff. But here's the thing. Ratings do still matter because that right there is AMC's, you know, showing of, okay, who's interested and who's not. Is this worth our while? Is it not? You know what I'm saying? AMC, over the last few years in particular with the Walking Dead universe, has absolutely clapped down on the fact that they need to get rid of some of these shows. They canceled Fear, The Walking Dead, Season 8. They canceled the main series in 2020. Some people don't like to talk about that, but the main series was canceled back in 2020. They did not willingly shut that down. They canceled them with Season 11. And World Beyond as well, too. Now, this one is kind of an argumentative one. I've heard people say, oh, it was supposed to be 2 seasons. I believe that behind the scenes, they were going to do more seasons because they never acknowledged it as a limited series until the show came closer to its release. I have a feeling that people viewed World Beyond and then they were like, yeah, this ain't gonna work, you know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of production hell with World Beyond. They had to refilm their pilot and stuff because the first one was such garbage and stuff. There was a lot of, you know, kind of, you know, issues there. But the main point I'm trying to say is that AMC cancels Walking Dead shows. They have, and especially lately. So when I'm seeing low ratings like this for The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon, it is definitely kind of a concern. First episode is at 500,076, which is... yeah, that's pretty low, I'm not gonna lie. In comparison to what The Walking Dead used to get back in the day, I'm talking about, you know, like, you know, you're talking like your 15 million, your 10 million, you know, even 5 million, like, you know, like even when it went kind of low, like it always kind of stayed in that range, you know, it was a must watch for people, including myself, and now we're at 500,000, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's rough. And then episode 2 actually did a little bit worse, unfortunately. It actually doesn't get better. Episode 2 did about 400,000, 97, which is significantly lower compared to the premiere. The premiere made actually a lot of people just not watch the rest. So, yeah, what are my thoughts on these ratings? I mean, here's the thing, right? We could sit here and talk about all we want, how it's like, oh, well, these are cable ratings, and oh, this won't affect, you know, the you know, the effect of the show, and as long as people are streaming it on AMC Plus, that's all that matters. And it's like, yes, AMC Plus definitely will matter. People's subscriptions to AMC Plus will matter, and the viewership for that as well. But here's the unfortunate thing, is that it's like, they still need a decent amount of ratings to keep this show afloat. And with the high budget that Daryl Dixon has, and the low interest in ratings that we have right now, it's definitely a concern. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, I'm not one of those that's going to jump the gun and say, oh, they're going to get canceled. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, are they in jeopardy of it? Maybe they are. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. But I will say this. To me, it's not even about cancellation at this point. I mean, I'll talk about that more so in a minute. But to me, my problem is that it's like, look at where we've sunken. You know what I'm saying, guys? Like, take a minute to think about this for a minute. We were at a point where The Walking Dead was bringing in 10 million, 15 million per episode. And again, I understand that shows get old. You know what I'm saying? People just eventually, it doesn't even matter the quality shift. They just move on. They go to other shows. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to keep that amount of ratings for that long. It's understandable completely. The part that's not understandable is how low it sank. It should not be at 400,000. That's ridiculous. Like, that's you're not even at a quarter of what you had before. You know what I'm saying? There is a problem somewhere. There's a problem in the handling of this franchise. Easily. The ratings show it. And I hope Gimple sees this, because this is embarrassing for his brand. A guy that used to be pulling in almost 20 million per episode, and now he's pulling in 400,000. Barely. That's embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? And I've said this in many videos before. The Walking Dead is a shell of its former self. It's good. I like the spinoffs. I think they're good. That's not what I'm saying. I think they're entertaining. But they're not what it was. They're not the magic of what The Walking Dead used to be. And these ratings, I think, prove that point even more. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't believe it before, these ratings will show you. They used to get 15 million, 17 million at certain episodes, at least, like the really big ones. And now we're at 400,000, and it's tanking from there. You know what I'm saying? What is this going to look like in a year's time? You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking Gimple this now. What is this going to look like in a year's time? You know, are we going to get to 300,000, 200,000, 100,000? You know what I'm saying? Is that enough to keep this show going? I don't think it would be. But again, that's not up to me. That's up to the network. I have a feeling that AMC is going to see this and they're not going to be happy. They've already pushed Daryl Dixon to the fall, which is right now, so that they could air Snowpiercer during the summer. They did that because obviously Daryl is not enough of a priority for them to release it when they said they were going to release it. And that also should be taken into accountability here. Like, here's the thing. You may think like, oh, like, you know, this is like, you know, this is just Dan thinking that the show is in jeopardy and this is that. No, I'm seriously in concern because that is low ratings. And I don't know if a show with this type of budget, like the Daryl Dixon show has, could sustain. And why I'm worried about that is because look where we are in the franchise, guys. Daryl's in France. Carol's there with him, you know. Well, she's not with him, but, you know, she's in France. And, you know, we've got Maggie and Negan in you know, New York, and we've got all this stuff going on, you know. And these are all separated shows. If AMC sees how low these ratings are, which, unfortunately, with how low these are, it is a concern. If they've already pushed the show back for Snowpiercer, you know that they would do other things. And they've canceled shows before. The biggest thing I don't want for this franchise is for it to be in the position it's in right now, with all these splintered groups, and they get shit canned, they get canceled, and we never get a grand Walking Dead reunion. That is the main issue, and that's the main reason why these ratings are definitely concerning to me, because I've invested many years in this franchise, and I would hate to see it go out in this type of fashion, where there's 400,000 people watching, where there's people sitting around saying like, oh yeah, you know, Daryl Dixon, I'll get to that eventually, which, you know, it's not about opinions. Some people say, oh, well, I love the Daryl show. I love the Daryl show. So because I love it, it's, you know, it is what it is. Like I said, if you love it, good for you. I enjoy it. I do. But you have to acknowledge the fact that this is not the direction this can go in. I've heard so many people in my comments. I've heard so many people, and I'm not going to call people out because I don't like to do that, but I've heard so many people literally come to me over the last couple weeks already alone, and they're like, I'm not watching Daryl, Dan. I'm not watching that show. I'll check out your reviews for it. I'll check out the coverage, but I'm not watching this franchise. It's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's concerning. Your viewers are why your show is on TV. If your viewers opt out and there's enough of them that do that, you're not going to be able to continue your show and you're going to get canceled. And AMC has canceled The Walking Dead before. So like I said, this isn't me trying to make you guys on edge about a cancellation. It's more so about me talking to them. You know, look at your ratings. Fix your franchise now. Because there's people leaving. It's not even close to the level of intensity. Again, it's entertaining shows. Daryl Dead City, they're good shows. But it's not enough, clearly, by these numbers, to keep this shit afloat. And if you're going to end this franchise, end it with the characters together. And that's not what we have right now. And if AMC cancels them before they have a chance to do this grand reunion, this is all going to be very, very pointless. So, I'm advising the people that work on The Walking Dead, in particular Scott Gimple, this isn't just a video of me going over ratings. This is a video of me telling you guys, I'm telling you now, you could think I'm crazy, you know, down the line. These ratings need to change, because otherwise this is going to be done. You know what I'm saying? These have to change in some way, shape, or form, because this is not healthy for this franchise. And what it used to be with the ratings you used to pull in and what it is now, I think the fans have spoken. That's all I got to say. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Post comments again. Let me know what you guys think. And do you agree that this is something that maybe not isn't an immediate concern, but for the future of the franchise? Yeah, unfortunately. And again, this comes from a place of love. I love The Walking Dead. But when I see numbers like this, it's definitely, as a fan, it's concerning and, definitely something to worry about. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think about all this stuff. And if you're new to the channel, guys, and you enjoy videos like this, be sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of the videos of The Walking Dead. Be sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected, every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.